Hello, this is MV. I am doing a broadcast here from Cardiff, Wales. I am doing a broadcast of an exhibition game between two teams. I'm selecting from Steve Tate's wonderful Negro League All Stars. And he's built and is still building up to around 1,000 players. No, actually, he's on about 400, and we're hoping to get to about 500 to run a 20-team league. So I want to say props to Steve Tate for the mad professor that he is when it comes to action PC. He's been on the scene for a long time, uh, and he's joined up with a group of crazy people to really get back into action or continue a love of action PC, but most of all, a love of baseball. I met Steve online via the Beatles Eternally channel, and a big shout out to Beatles Eternally, who has got me into this big time and robbed me of much money, which I've used to buy action, um, all kinds of baseball games, which I've never played before because of being in the UK. I have been exposed to Action PC for many years. I just didn't like it. But the last, 5 months, I have gone down a rabbit hole that's so deep, inch wide, mile deep, miles deep. And with the Negro Leagues, I've begun to top up my knowledge. So Steve has kindly shared his beta file, one of his beta files with me, do some testing. I've helped, well, not helped. I've tried to identify players. I mean, I must admit, I must have only have known maybe 10 Negro League players, you know, which would have been the likes of Josh Gibson, Satchel Paige. Oh, let me think now. Actually, a couple of pitchers maybe. Bullet Rogan, I would have known. Probably from just reading Bill James' Albert Abstract or whatever it was called back in the day. And over the last 5 months, I've got to know them all. Well, not all, know them all, know loads of them. I'm still learning. So I probably know about 30 players now off the top of my head, where I could talk about them with a bit of backstory. Buckland is another one that comes to mind. Some people call him the right-handed, or is it left-handed? Right-handed Garrick, whereas I see him like a Henry Aaron type player. Newt Allen, Oscar Charleston, what's it, Kurt Gibson, uh, Josh Gibson, in a wonderful film, is portrayed. I forget the actor's name, but he was portrayed in that film, Soul of the Game. Willard Brown, Turkey Stearns, and I've played a couple of games now, so I'm getting used to like Moon Stuff Suttles and Turkey Stearns. So without further ado, I just want to shout out to a few people who have encouraged me in my British accent to do some broadcasting. I have done broadcasting before, but mostly for cricket. And I've done a couple of uploads. I'm a big Albert Park baseball fan, but I've really got into the Negro Leagues and really got back into baseball, which I'd fallen out of love with years ago. So please forgive my accent, because I do drop into us. I think I said in another video, a pseudo American accent for the broadcasting. But you can hear my British accent possibly. Jamaican, Welsh, British accent. All right, Beatles. So, big shout out to Clue, Big Clue, Worlds, Ken Castro. I mean, there's so many. Robbie Wartburg, all these guys that played in Ned McGreevy League or hang out there. Big shout out to Red Sox fan, big fan of his RGL network, who I've just got into massive. I can't broadcast like them, but I am learning about Negro Leagues, and I'm just assisting Steve Tate here. He's given me his permission to show some of his wonderful photos and also some of his wonderful creations. He's been working for, I don't know, 2 months now, Steve, possibly, on this. So forgive me, I'm on my laptop, not my gaming PC. I'm having some sound problems. So I'm going to see if I can broadcast something. So 1920-24 versus the 1925-29. So Steve has put them into eras um, and done it that way. I'm not sure how he sliced them up. So I played a game earlier, and the 1920-24 team beat the 25-29 team by 11 to none. And the winning pitcher was if I can, Dick Redding. So I'm not going to use him today. So I'm going to try and set this up very quickly. I don't know how to do this with the league set up straight away, but I'll just do it. I'll do it here. I think there is a way to generate it for the league, but I'll just do this now. Set the rotation. I'm only doing one game. I'm doing a neutral park. It will show Baltimore's park, but it is neutral settings at the moment. And here's the lineup for the 2024s. So I will take Redding out because I've seen him pitch. Unless people want to see him. I don't have my chat on visible at the moment. I will put it on in a second. So you can see there straight away Pop Lloyd, Ben Taylor, Oscar Charleston, is it Hurley McNair? These are players of Leon Day at second. I've become very familiar with pretty quickly. In terms of pitching, I want to go with a exciting pitcher. So I'm going to go with Bullet Rogan, which I have heard of before. I think he's a two-way player. So there's the lineup for the 2024s. A strong lineup, if there ever was one. As you can see down here. Hitters, if you look at, I go with runs created. Oscar Charleston off the charts. He hit a home run earlier on tonight, so I was really happy with that. Dobie Moore, great shortstop. For some reason, he's not playing, but then again, that's because Pop Lloyd, the Black Honus Wagner, is leading off. Or was it that Honus Wagner was the white Pop Lloyd? So there's a lot to say for that. Louis Santop is in the side. He was in the side earlier today, but he seems to be on the bench right now. So there is the lineup. And let's go to the lineup for the other team, which is the 25-29s. Rats Henderson had 11 strikeouts this morning or this afternoon. There's a couple of players not selected. So let's do the depth to make sure it's all set up properly. Steve, if you can tell me how to do that in the future, I will be most happy, so I don't have to keep doing this. I think there's a way to set it for computer GM, but I haven't figured it out yet. So, bullpen. Looks like it's already set. I had this all set up on my other computer, but we want to see Willie Wells. So, Willie Wells is a 9 shortstop. Dick Lundy. I mean, they've got some players. So, let's just see what they actually select. That's better. Leading off, Fast Jenkins. Newt Allen, another one that I've come to know now. Is that Charlie Smith? There's a Chino Smith. I'm not sure which one this is. It says Charlie, but was Charlie Chino? Yes, he was. Chino Smith. A hitter that can hit with power and efficiency, good eye. So Steve has put in all these wonderful little notes here. I mean, what he's done is incredible. I did a lot for my cricket, but there's a lot of great players here. So if you want to do some scouting, I'll leave that there for a second. You will see Alejandro Ohms, Newt Johnson, Branch Russell, Dick Lundy, who's a great shortstop, as you can see. But Newt Allen, I think, is, I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer or not. Earlier on today, Poindexter Williams played catcher, so I'm not sure why he's not playing today. But the guy that is playing is Frank Duncan. And I know that Frank Duncan is a much better catcher than Poindexter. So let's have a look. Excuse the slowness of my click. There we go. Frank Duncan, good looking guy. A fair hitter, tough defensive catcher, 3 no-hitters in his career, so he looks good. So that's looking good. Let me go back to the other side just to make sure I'm good to go. Pop Lloyd, any obvious error? John Beckwith is someone I picked out some time ago. First base, but Ben Taylor's a better first baseman, as you can see. Top of the screen. Dobie Moore, does he get a run? No, he doesn't. So this team is loaded. Louis Santop, however, could play for Murray. So I'm going to drop in Louis Santop here. Okay, and Louis Santop just said, I'll keep him where he is. So I'm happy with both. Look at those pictures, wonderful pictures. Up first, batting for the 1920-24 Stars in the light blue is Pop Lloyd, batting 343, 5 home runs, 80 RBIs. There's no park effects on this one here, so here we go. I'll do both teams. Brewer on the mound. Duncan puts a sign down. And it's filling around on the mound at the moment. 57 degrees, light rain. It says 2-1 count to Pop Lloyd. Lloyd swings, hit it on the ground for second. And Newt Allen throws to first, and Lloyd is retired. So let's go to preferences for a second. Let's make sure the computer's not doing, I'm not doing both. There is a way to spectate, but I think it doesn't. The Chet Brewer on the mound, one away, and up steps Ben Taylor. 343 hitter, 6 home runs, 101 RBIs. One of the best players in Negro League history. Brewer stands on the rubber. Duncan puts the signs down. 1-2 to count. Fastball. Catches the outside corner. Struck him out. That's what I expect from Chet Brewer. So let's have a look at the defense for the 25-29s. Behind the plate is Frank Duncan. At first base is Mule Studdle. At second base is Newt Allen. At shortstop is the great Willie Wells. At third, another all-time great, Judy Johnson. In left field, Fats Jenkins. I don't know, a man called Fats Jenkins play left field, but there you go. In center field, a man I've get to know a lot more every day, Tate Stearns. And in right field, Charlie Chino Smith. This is an awesome sight. At the plate, Oscar Charleston. And Oscar Charleston is going to be one of the great players of Negro League history, if not one of the greatest, if not the greatest hitter. There's Charleston up at the plate, left-handed. Brewer, top of the mound. Duncan puts the sign down. 2-0 count. Charleston swings straight, great play by Allen, diving play. There's Newt Allen flashing his glove real early. And that's the end of the innings. No runs, no hits, no errors. After one inning, the 20-24, nothing. The 25-29s coming to bat, nothing. Leading off now is Fats Jenkins. Let's have a look at the defense for the defensive setup for the blue team, the 2024s. So, behind the plate, another great Louis Santo. At first base, probably the best first baseman, maybe Buckland it is. Ben Taylor, just a shade behind him, I think. At second base is Connie Day. I thought he was called Leon Day, unless there is a Leon Day. But it's Connie Day. At shortstop, Pop Lloyd. At third, Oliver Marcel. At left field, Hurley McNair. At center field, the great Oscar Charleston. And at right field, the beautifully named Crush Holloway. These the Negro Leagues have some colorful players and colorful names. Some of those surnames, some of those names are really, really electric. Okay, so Bullet Rogan stands on the rubber. Here's Jenkins at the plate. Brushes away some dirt on the plate. He's ready. Santa puts the signs down. 1-1. Curveball. Grounded. Great play. Lloyd pressing the gloves. There's some early glove work here from both teams. 1 out. Score is 0-0. Calm, but just a bit of light rain coming down here. 57 degrees. Rogan looks in. Newt Allen at the plate. Newt is a 320 hitter. 4 home runs, 77 RBI. Rogan is set. 2-2 count. Allen! Dusty struck him. Rogan struck him out. Bullet Joe Rogan. Let's have a look at him. Great work here by Steve Tate. Well known in the community. I believe has been around a long time. So Bullet Rogan is a pitcher. He will remember hitter's strength. Can't remember the rest of the notes there, but he's also a dual player, so he can hit and he can pitch. Let's get back to the ball game. Rogan goes to rubber again. Here's Chino Smith, 349. These guys have got some serious batting it. If you look on the right hand side, you can see that. Rogan looks in. Fifth at the plate. Oh, one for Finally goes back to the ball. Makes the catch. Here it comes up. Here in the top of the second inning, he sits down straight away by Jet Brewer. So Brewer has 2 strikeouts already. Just after one inning of pitching. From what I've read about Jet Brewer, I mean, I need to keep reading and keep reading. I think we all need to just keep those who are not historians on the Negro League. I think he sets the Steve is done, and this came from Cook. Never have to pronounce the name, someone's a Cook, has produced just fantastic stuff. I like his game. I like his basketball was the one I fell in with first. Then golf. Then American football. And then I got baseball last of all. So I've really, really enjoyed it. So, was it Chet Brewer? Chet Brewer is up. Just gonna adjust okay. Here we go. Brewer, Louis Santa up now, 330 hitter, 9 home runs, 78 RBIs. 2-1 to count, breaking ball, stand up cut. Roll between third and short, but Billy Wells there, look, and sweet hand play right across the field. So these guys are the top of the game. I mean, these guys are some of the biggest legends in Negro League baseball, if not the biggest legends in Negro League baseball. Steve is just saying it's just a wonderful job of getting these out. There we go. Here's Oliver Marcel, 299 hitter, 5 home runs, 77 RBIs. Looks in. 0-2 to him. Marcel popped it up to the catcher way up there. And to Duncan Hubby, he does. No runs, no hits, no errors. So 2024 is our blank through 2. Here come the 25-29. Leading up for them is really probably second of not the greatest shortstop in Negro League history. On deck is Turkey Stearns. Rogan looks in. Oh, pitch is partly warm. That's good. Stand up. Let's see who needs to warm up. Here is Rogan. Time to put Stein there. Wells will lead up the inning. 2 balls to strike. And he struck him out. So Bullet Joe really started to put the heat on. That's one away. Here's a left-hand hitting Turkey Stearns. Batting 5th in the lineup. 335 hit, 29 home runs, 138 RBIs. Quarters are in, Rogan with a 3-1. At the shoulders and wide, he walks Stearns. Rogan might have wanted to hit it there. Up next is a double punch. If you got Stearns followed by stuff, that's trouble. Here he is, Newell Suckle. 35 home runs, a big slugger, a dangerous man. Double steps in, runner on first, 0-2 count. Plays it on the hop. So now we have 2 runners on for the 25-29s. They got smashed earlier on this evening. There's Frank Duncan. Curveball inside corner, Rogan gets it. 2 away now. Score 0-0 at the bottom of the second. Rogan flashing some left, flashing his fastball. That was his curveball. There is Judy Johnson, 321, 7 home runs, 92 ribbies. Rogan looks at Johnson at the plate, swings his bat, waits for the pitch, stands up, puts the finger down, the sign down. 2-2. And Johnson hits a blooper between third and short, base hit. Charleston has it. Poor play from him, and Stearns is going to come on 1-0. 25-29. So Oscar Charleston didn't hold that ball very well at all. And home comes Stearns. 1-0 now. 25-29. It's 2 out. It's calm with light rain coming down, so Rogan watches the ground. Stands up. Gets back behind the plate. It's just threw the ball back to Rogan. Double at second. Judy Johnson at first. I don't think there's a threat for stuff to steal third. Johnson can't do anything without that. And here is Chet Brewer, the pitcher. 250 hitter, not a bad hitter. But they all could hit back in those days. Every Negro league. 0-2 count. Brewer cuts, hit on the ground to the mound. Rogan fields it and throws to first. Brewer is retired. 25 runners, 20-24-0. There is Crush Holloway now leading to 30 for the 2024s. Brewer at the mound. It's pitched well so far. He's pitched 2 innings, no hits, and he's got 2 strikes. It's Crush down hitter. Holloway to bunt. He lays a bunt down. Mule comes down for it, but it's foul. Bunter, 8. Holloway's got an 8 rating. I love the way he actually does this. I'm a big Allen Park fan. I've been playing it for 20 years. Sometimes on, sometimes off, but I'm really addicted to it. Brewer looks in. Holloway is winning. 0-2 count. And Holloway cuts and misses. Jet gets the striker. There's Connie Day, 259 here. 1 out. 25-29 is lead, 1-0. Brewer with a 1-1. But he's looking at the right field, but you know, gets under it. Yeah. 2 out. There's Bullet Joe Rogan, 318 hitter, 14 home runs. One of the best two-way players in the league. Brewer looks in against his opposing pitcher. Rogan digs in, 1-1 the count. Rogan hits it down to third. Johnson will have to hurry, he gets it, and he gets Rogan on a close ball. Retired. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 2.5, 25-29 is 1, 20-24-0. Now up to bat for the 25-29s. Back for Jenkins, 331 here, that's 6 home runs, 3 RBI. Over to the count. And it's laced down the left field line. Yeah, has it? Yeah. That's Jenkins showing some speed. But down to second and a double. Or Rootful. It's Jenkins. There's Newt Allen. Newt Allen struck out in the first inning. Rogan looks in. Allen waits. 1 on second. 0-2 count. Got him on the outside half of the plate. Bullet Rogan with a K. It's 4 strikeouts on Bullet Joe. 1 out. Jenkins on second base. The 25-29 lead, 1-2. They've had 3 hits so far from Bullet Joe. Here's Johnny Chino Smith. Lefty. 8. 3-2 to count, and he swung and he missed, and Rogan's going. Go away. Jenkins is stranded on second base. Here is Willie Wells. Struck out in the second inning. Turns on. Wells faces Rogan. 3-2. And a breaking ball downstairs, and the umpire says it's a walk. So Rogan gives up the free ride. Willie Wells is on first. Jenkins on second. And here's the dangerous Turkey Stearns. They're all dangerous, but Turkey a little bit more dangerous. Turkey Stearns, a left-hand hitter, 323, 35 years, 29 home runs, 138 RBIs. Final tackle a few more runs here. Okay. And next in. Stern steps in. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Caught him with the Tate. Good pitch in there. Bullet go. Runs when he gets down to the jam. No runs. One hit. No errors. Stern swinging way too early. We've played 3. 25-29. 1 at 20-24 0. I forgot to put my chat on. I put it made hit. I didn't realize the chat. So apologies for that. Here we go now, and at the top of the 4th inning, Bob Lloyd, the black horn is slightly, dumps to the plate, left-hand hitter, 343, hitter, 5 home runs, 80 RBI. Brewer is looking in. 3-1, and a loop to short, Lowe's has it, pulls everybody off, and makes the catch. 1 away. We'll just back to the dugout. Here's Ben Taylor. Brewer looks in. Tossed along there. Taylor struck on last at bat. Brewer looks in. Going into time. And Taylor was taken on the way. He's caught. It's no problem. I've really liked Ben Taylor. I've seen him in a couple of exhibitions this way. And he's good to go. What a good play again. Great once again. Just good superb. Beatings the turn really thank you so much for your fine work with that. And Steve is not just that, just lighting the fire, Hank Castro, Robbie Rodberg, there's a lot of turn me on it. Let me put that right. he's introduced me to baseball for you guys, one of the beatings eternally, and I'm really enjoying that too. I'm a Bart fan myself, so I can't wait for the new one to come out. Thank Big Blue, World's West Gamer, Todd, John, FBW, I never say your name right, John, you know who you are, and Christopher Slovic, our Red Sox fan, RJL Network. These guys are my legends. Thanks for reawakening my patient. I think there's so many new people that continue to shout out. Steve has put this together as fantastic. Different people is I've learned so much stuff from them. Kate Castro and Benji Moore. And there's so many people who need to know the other night. Well, I'm in Britain, so I actually can't quite make the catch these guys. I hope this podcast will be I'll step up there. Here's Brewer. There's Oscar Johnson. Dangerous, the most dangerous. Josh Gibson. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Another miss. Brewer now with his 4th strike now. Here's Harry McNeil. 3:29 minutes. Well runs. Here, 0 for 1. And on first. Brewer the first pitch. And Duncan fires the first. That was a snap throw. Even Ben Taylor honest at first. Those stuck with his holding. Top of the 4th minute. 25-29 to the green. Brewer looks in. Duncan pulls the slide down. And here pops it up to third on a 1-0 count. And Judy Johnson, the great Judy Johnson, has it. So that's it. No runs, no hits, no errors. Under 3.5. 25-29. 1 to 20-24 0. And there's Willie Joe, the impressive hit so far. That's 6 strikeout. In 3 innings, he's got a strikeout. Let's just say you get to learn about the players I don't know them that well. About 3 or 4 months into my education in the league. Learning every day. There's Bill Sutton. 1 for 1 today. Line to Stickle to left center. Brogan. Don't lead up. 1-on-1 count. 1 bounce. Taylor at first. And he gets it. Here's Frank Compton. 3.2 hitter. 4 home runs. 69 RBIs. 0 for 1 today. He struck out in the second. Brogan looks in. 3-2. Below the belt, full in that pitch and Duncan. Another strikeout for Bullet Joe. Here is Duke Johnson now, 3-1 against them in home runs. Difference is between third and short. Let's have a look now, see what he can do. Doesn't. Go with a run with a single in a second. 2-0 count, change up. Johnson gets some wood on it, and Pop Lloyd over to first. No runs, no hits, no errors. The score still remains 0. 2024-0. And the Lions 29-1. Rogan is pitching for the 2024s in blue. Coming up next is a big center. One player has that courage and slowly. Being Rogan is right there. It's not cool. This guy's a striker. Here's Santa. Brewer looks there. Going to the count. That's Derek Bell. Brewer gets a punch out. Another striker. There's Oliver Marstow. 2 right here. 5 home runs, 7 RBIs. 1 out. Top of the fifth. 2024 is a hit. They're going to hit. 1-1 count. And a fly ball down the first base. Suttles the play. Takes it to first base. There's 2 out. Brewer going on nice there. He's crushed on. Days on deck. And fresh pitch to Holloway. Holloway's ground for the middle. Wells to his left. Fields it. And he gets no runs, no hits, no errors for the 2024s. And here we go now with Bullet Joe Rogan also pitching. Well, this is coming into a pitcher's duel. It's Tate Ruin. For the 25-29. On a 1-0 win. Brewer lead that win. 1-2 to Bullet from Bullet Rogan. In there at the lead. So Bullet Joe is strikers. 8. Bullet Joe Rogan, making short work there. Here's Fast Jenkins. The left hand here is going to 1 for 2 today. Rogan looks in. 1-2 to count. Rogan steals. Struck him out! Right out to an exciting here. Bullet Joe Rogan flew over the show. Dealing to Jenkins. Wait for it and miss. Here's New Garland. Great out. For 2 today. 2 to count. In at the knees. Knocked him out. And Bullet Joe jumped up the field. The late girl. This man. Let's have a look. Maybe it had it. So far, I'm going about Bullet Joe. Right field, Bullet goes again. And let's play that. Such a pace. What do you know? It's not time for a track though. He has to do both in the pitch. Don't get it out. This one. Pitching, the student has statue of the Rogan snap. Rogan seems to be going to the game by point. Pace is standing. It's back out. Rogan will be best, but not the best. Back to the moment. Oh, there's a bit about Joe Rogan. Let's have a look at it. So, Steve on the count. Don't stuff it all. I am with Master. Keep my turn. There we go. Let's go. Still one. Right back to the line. One up with the business. Look for it. Looks good. But we have to play. Molly is over one. Line out last round. Oh, it's a good. There's over. Next one. One away. So you can and range gets that. Here we go. Will it go Rogan? The very man we just spoke with. 1-2. And it's live to the next center field. Take the field ball to center field, and that goes to Tate's death. Joe is on base now. Takes the look at Joe. Three on the count, we're fired. There's Ben Taylor. That's basically it. Looks good. West second, 1-2. And he comes up. Pitch. There when they cut it. Here comes Oscar Johnson, Danger's not over yet. No one's ever heard of the lineup. Brewer is doing his business today. Here's Oscar Johnson, he's 6 innings, 31 runs, 1. Back red. There's about I don't know much about Oscar Johnson. Okay, Brewer looks good. I was suspecting first. I was just a bit two out. Light paper. This is fine. Good pitch. Johnson is down. Brewer pitched it up close. He's out. 2 runs, 1 runs. This is the to jump. Oh, let's just really well. It's great old pitch. Up better way, well scores for one up. Really well scores for one. Dangerous. Now, nope. Steve's done some great work. Why didn't and he got him. Frank Country, no, this is good. First, Oliver K. 9. Willie Wells at 19. Willie Johnson at 9. Patrick Jenkins at 7. Jack Japan at 8. Ken oh. Earl Smith. And Willie White at 8. Now, I'm going to go maybe they're doing this for as possible. And here we go. Two strikes up. One out. 1-2 count. And he's rocking it out. Yeah, no out. And Dylan Brogan putting on the way. Right. Moving this right.
Johnson's got a piece of it. Ruin funny name. I'd like to contribute to the camp. Knock him out. Get through it. Go, Rogan. That's a great movie. Tate. There's a bunch of women. I ain't trying to like Bill. That is what. I'll only laugh if you drop in. Oh, it's a grenade. What if I can carry one? What if it's zero? And this guy's just right now. There's also Rogan. There's one. There's
that brings it to an end. Look at this. Bullet Joe Rogan. 8 pitches, 8 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 13 strikeouts, and took the loss. Even better, if I just look at it again, Chet Brewer, 8 innings pitched, 1 hit, 8 strikeouts. So that was worth it. I knew it would be a strikeout game because I know a little bit about these guys now. But that was superb. Well done, Steve, for producing these amazing files. I know you're due an update of the beta, and I'm really pleased with that. But the more I do of these, I hope I get better with it. I really want to get involved with the Negro Leagues. It was Beatles that got me into it. I've always been interested in Negro Leagues, but Beatles wanted to do it, so did I, and then we met up with Steve. Steve has been the mad professor. Just I don't know how he's done this actually. He's just put his head to it and just got on with it. Big Clue has been involved. I'm sure loads of people are involved, but it's so good. And at the same time, the Dave Cook top 20 Negro Leagues teams came out as well, which is just amazing. If I can see if I've got them loaded up already. Uh, there I am showing off my complete collection. Here we are. Let's see what I can see here. These are the top 20 teams of Dave Cook. And because Steve's got his pictures, these are Steve Tate's pictures. He's taken the time to sort of modify them, if I could call that the right word, um, to make the pictures look a little bit better. Here's my favorite player so far. Oh, Christopher Trent doesn't have a picture. Interesting. But there is one of my favorite players there, as everyone knows in Beatles channel, Bingo DeMoss. I think he was quite possibly one of the greatest second basemen in Negro League history. But I'm learning more now. I think Newt Allen could claim that, to be fair. I now know that Willie Wells is the best shortstop. But there's a picture of Bingo DeMoss. So if I ever do a draft league and I don't get Newt Allen, I will be picking Bingo DeMoss. He's mine. I know that Dave LaMarche is a good player. And some of the great teams here, I mean, it's quite interesting. Look at the percentages. The Homestead Grays of 1938. Look at that. Buck Leonard. What a player. I don't have the notes here because this is not Steve's file, this particular one. But they are Steve's pictures. So credit to Steve again on these wonderful pictures. That picture, and what he's done is he's put, I think that's the Negro League logo, or a logo of a Negro League, and Buck Leonard's wonderful portrait there. Not on my gaming PC, I'm on my laptop. Josh Gibson, an amazing player, but funny enough, he's got great power, as you can see. I mean, 721 slugging, but so does Buck Leonard. So this is like the Ruth and Gehrig of the league. But this is the file, this is Dave Cook's file. So, yeah. Right, I'm going to call this a broadcast. It's just to loosen my mouth. The more I practice, I suppose, the better I'll get at it, I think, I hope, and develop a style. Like I said, I love this game. I'm looking forward to Art of the Park Baseball. Didn't put the chat on this one. That's fine. I can still build up my library of what I'm doing. So I will bring this to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, fabulous. I will be doing a lot more as time goes on. Whether that's Art of the Park. I don't think Diamond Mine lends itself very well to this, but I want to play around with that a little bit more. I will do my cricket as usual. I have done headed goal in the past. I might go back to that. Boxing, which is one of my favorite sports. So I like to go on to Bleacher Bum Gaming's channels a lot to see Anthony do his thing, or Al Red Sox fan do his thing. RGL Network, see him do his thing. Beatles, you're the man. Steve, you're the man. Robbie, you're the man. A big clue. All these guys have just been absolutely terrific. I cannot thank them enough for supporting a Brit like myself, who's lived in West Indies, London, and now Cardiff. Um, And although my insomnia is off the charts, it takes me a while to settle down because I've just listened to Beatles. I will stop the broadcast now because I reckon Beatles probably on now. Alrighty.